How can I hit a fade shot into the wind? Now the first thing to understand, when you're hitting balls into the wind, it'll increase the amount of spin that's actually imparted on the ball at impact. So if you're hitting a purely straight shot into the wind, it will go less distance because the backspin will increase and the wind will force the ball backwards. Now it's no different if you're playing a fade shot into the wind. The more spin you put on, the more kind of clockwise spin you put on the ball to get the ball kind of moving from left to right in the air, the actual more spin will be imparted by the wind as well. So a normal fade shot, which would only travel 15 yards in the air, will suddenly travel more like 25 yards if the wind is strong enough. Now this needs to be taken into account when hitting the shot. The second thing to take into account is a fade shot will generally go less distance than a normal shot in the first place. So if you're then hitting into a wind, it will again go less distance. So it's worth taking a lower lofted club to make sure you still get the same amount of distance. But there are a few little adaptations you can make in your technique to ensure that the ball will travel a little bit further and with a little bit more control. Now when playing into the wind, it's always worth having the ball slightly further back in the stance than normal, because that allows you to strike down and keep the ball relatively low. When playing a fade, you'll be angled off very slightly to the left hand side, and then the club face will be slightly open to your swing path through impact. So with a normal fade, well, the normal 7-9 shot, my ball position will be just forward of centre. I'm going to pop it just in the centre of my stance, put a little bit of weight on my front foot, and I'm going to be striking down and through a little bit of a steeper angle of attack to keep the ball low. To play a fade, I'm just going to hold the club face open slightly through impact, but I'm going to allow for this wind which is blowing in my face. I'm going to allow for a little bit more movement and a little less distance on the shot. So the ball position in the centre, feet slightly open to the target, weight slightly forward, and I'm going to hold this club face open through impact. So the ball takes off slightly lower and it goes slightly less distance as well. It would be a mistake to hit this shot and not actually make any adaptations in the setup and the swing, and it would certainly be a massive mistake not to get the right club. Don't be afraid of dropping down a number of clubs. If you normally hit a 7-9 160, don't be afraid of dropping down to a 5-iron to get the shot shape absolutely bang on and to get the shot distance absolutely bang on. So the next time you're faced with a fade, playing into the wind, just make those adaptations, make sure you pick the right club, and hopefully you'll be playing a successful shot.